Good morning, friend. Welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. Today we will cover trade setup for the day, quarter two results, outcome of US Fed meeting, and what should be the investment and trading strategy for next few days. First, let us check what happened in the domestic market yesterday. Yesterday was a volatile session dragged by the weakness in metal after the weak economic data from China and nervousness ahead of the US Fed meeting outcome. Yesterday we saw Sensex tumbled by 283 points or 0.44% to settle at 63,591 levels, whereas Nifty fell by 90 points or 0.5% to end at 18,989 levels. Nifty midcap and small cap were also in red with a decline to the tune of 0.26% and 0.7% respectively. Among the sectoral gainer and loser, Nifty metals and Nifty IT were in red, whereas Nifty media, pharma, PSU bank, real estate, healthcare and oil and gas sector were in green. Market breadth yesterday was in favor of bear, so we saw nearly 2003 stock declining against the 1641 stock in the green yesterday. In terms of fund flow, FII continues to be in the sell mode with the selling to the tune of 1600 crore, whereas for DII were buyer to the tune of 1800 crore. Moving on to the global market update, so yesterday late night US Fed meeting outcome came and we saw as expected that US Fed has maintained the status quo on US interest rate. So they have maintained interest rate in the range of 5.25% to 5.5%. However, I have alluded that the financial and credit conditions are tight in the US market. One thing which came out of the meeting was that the probability of hike in the month of December has now declined to 20% from 28% earlier, and the impact of the US Fed meeting outcome was seen in the US 10-year bond yield, which has cooled off to 4.72%. Mind you, we have touched the levels of 5% just 2 weeks before this US Fed meeting on the US 10-year bond yield front, and cool off to the tune of 4.72% definitely augurs well for the overall equity market. US dollar index is trading steady at 106 levels, whereas Brent crude is also trading at 86 to $87 per barrel, which is in the stable zone. Overall setup, today's trade setup seems to be positive. So favorable outcome from US Fed meeting, at the same time cool off in US 10-year bond yield can lead to a positive market opening as far as Indian equity markets are concerned. So today Asian markets are also trading in green, and GIFT Nifty, which is an early indicator of Indian market, suggests that Nifty may open 150 point gap up. Now let us check which are the key news to focus on. So we saw a flurry of data coming on economic front. So we have seen robust GST tax collection, GST collection to the tune of 1.7 lakh crore. And that's a positive sign as far as the tax collection is concerned. We have seen record UPI transactions. That is again a positive sign as far as digital economy or digital payment fintech industry is concerned. Moving on to the quarter two results. So we have seen very strong set of numbers from Hero MotoCorp. Revenue up by 4% at 9,445 CR. EBITDA up by 27.9% at 1,328 CR against the Bloomberg estimate of 1,300 crore. EBITDA margin expanded to 14.1% against 11.4%. The consensus estimate was at 13.9%. Reported PAT up by 47% at 1,054 crore against the street estimate of 955 crore. So overall, big round of beat by Hero MotoCorp. In terms of valuation, Hero MotoCorp is trading at a very cheaper valuation. If you remember, during last 2-3 months, we have seen a negative news pertaining to promoter related to tax angle as well as ED, and hence the stock was under the pressure since last 2-3 months. But what I feel is that after this robust set of results by Hero MotoCorp, we may see gradual up move in the stock. Moving on to the next company, which is Triveni Turbine. Again, a decent set of number. Revenue up by 32% at rupees 388 crore. EBITDA up by 34% and PAT up by 38% at rupees 64 crore. So, inline set of number from Triveni Turbine, and stock will continue to stay buoyant over the medium to long term. JK Tyre, again a robust set of result. Revenue up by 4% at 3,897 crore. EBITDA up by 98% at 589 crore. EBITDA margin expanded to 15.1% against 7.9%. Net profit up by 400% at rupees 248 crore against the street estimate of 203 crore. So all round beat by JK Tire. We may see some positive reaction in JK Tire today. Arman Financial Services, one of the smaller size NBFC, very strong set of number. Total income up by 73% at 160 crore, and reported profit up 105% at 40.1 crore. So a strong set of number by Arman. Stock will continue to remain under focus. A strong set of number by Britannia, revenue up by 1.2% at 4,433 crore. EBITDA up by 23% at rupees 872 crores against the Bloomberg estimate of 803 crore. Profit up by 20% at 586 crores against the consensus estimate of 548 crore. A strong set of number by Britannia Industry. The stock will continue to remain under focus today. Another FMCG company which reported number yesterday was Godrej Consumer. So again, inline set of number. Overall, we have seen India business sales growing by 9% year over year, led by the volume growth of 11%. A pretty strong volume growth as far as India business is concerned. Indonesia business sales grew by 16% and 14% in INR term and constant currency term. Africa, US and Middle East businesses declined by 5% in INR term and grew by 17% in constant currency term, whereas Latin America and SAARC business grew by 5% in terms of Indian rupee and 99% in terms of constant currency term. EBITDA grew by 30% year over year, whereas consolidated net profit grew by 17% year over year. In addition to that, the company has alluded that their newly acquired portfolio from Raymond of Park Avenue continue to do well, and the portfolio is likely to turn EBITDA positive in second half of FY24. Overall, decent set of number from Godrej Consumer. We may see positive reaction in medium to long term as far as Godrej Consumer is concerned. Today again a result heavy day. More than 40-50 companies will be declaring their numbers. The prominent being Tata Motors, Adani Enterprises, Dabur, Godrej Properties. So many large companies will be coming out with their numbers today. We have uploaded this list. We are sharing this list regularly on our Telegram channel. At the same time, the same is getting covered in our daily morning update report, which is uploaded on SBI Securities website. Moving on to the IPO, so Honasa Consumer, which is the owner of Mamaearth brand, last day of IPO today. So we have recommended not to subscribe to the IPO, coming at a very extremely high valuation. Better to stay away, track the company for a quarter and two, and then we can bet on this company. Moving on to the auto sales number. So many auto sales company reported their monthly sales number for the month of October. So we have seen a very positive sales number in passenger vehicle, two-wheeler and commercial vehicle side. At the same time, tractor numbers were under pressure. So we have seen very strong set of number from Maruti and M&M on passenger vehicle side. On two-wheeler side, we have seen a bumper number from Bajaj Auto, TVS Motor and Hero MotoCorp. However, Royal Enfield reported a weak set of number due to 39% fall in export sales. On commercial vehicle side, we have seen a strong performance by Ashok Leyland, Mahindra and Mahindra Eicher as well as Tata Motors. On tractor side, we have seen a weak sales number from Escort Kubota. At the same time, Mahindra and Mahindra also reported degrowth, but relatively better number as compared to Escort Kubota. So what I feel that overall auto sales number are in line with street estimate. A robust set of number in the month of October led by the festive season, and we may see we are positive on auto sector from a medium to long term perspective. The entire data of auto sales number will be covered in our morning report again today, and has been shared with all the dealers and advisors on WhatsApp. At the same time, the same has been shared in Telegram channel of SBI Securities. So if I have to sum up today's discussion, a trade setup looks pretty positive. We may see some short covering in the global market after a favorable outcome from US Fed meeting. US bond yield has cooled off from 5% to 4.72%. So that's a pretty positive sign as far as global equity markets are concerned. US dollar index is trading stable at 106 levels. At the same time, despite of so much negativity in the market, yesterday we have seen more than 145 stocks touching a new 52-week high levels, and most of the stocks have been reporting a very strong set of numbers for quarter two, or there is some positive development or tailwind in those companies. So if you track that company on a day-to-day basis, if you track those lists on a day-to-day basis, you will be definitely on the right side of market and won't be stuck in a companies or sector which are reporting a weak set of results. So overall, to sum up, it's a positive day. We may see some short covering. Nifty will open a 150 points gap up, and a stock specific action based on results will continue. So we have released yesterday our Diwali pick report also, and that report is being uploaded on again on SBI Securities website. At the same time, the same has been shared with all of you on Telegram channel. So if you are not part of Telegram channel of SBI Securities, kindly do join that. We are regularly sharing all our updates on Telegram channel also. So that's all for the day. Thank you for patiently listening to this podcast.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.